On Friday, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis awarded $5,000 bonuses to law enforcement officers in Cape Coral. During his remarks, DeSantis declared Florida a, quote, law and order state and vowed to support law enforcement. DeSantis is running for re-election and has made law and order central to his political identity. The GOP has made crime a central plank in their midterm message and have blamed Democrats for soft on crime policies. Democrats have countered, expressing that they want criminal justice reform.
You want to have safe streets. You want to have safe communities. That used to be something in this country that we universally expected and had in most places. Now you've seen that really erode, particularly over the last few years. You have some places in this country that are operated almost like third world countries with the crime, just totally out of control. And what happens is when that happens, the whole society starts to fray. Almost everything starts to go downhill because if people don't feel safe, if they can't go to school, go to work, operate a business, if they can't do that in safety, then a lot of times people find elsewhere to live. And so we've drawn a very hard line on that here. We're a law and order state. We're going to make sure that we keep the streets safe. And part of the way you do that is by supporting the people that wear the uniform. So we saw what was going on in other parts of the country. We saw what was going on with, yes, defunding. You had some of these prosecutors that won't prosecute criminals. You can steal from stores and they don't care. In San Francisco, steal $900 worth of stuff as long as you don't steal over $1,000. They just let you get away with it with no penalty. And so you see all this stuff that's happened. There have been a lot of media attacks on law enforcement, trying to create narratives that has been damaging. So bottom line is you have police departments across this country that the people that are out there risking their lives do not have the support of politicians, media, community, and that's not a good situation. Morale is very low, and we've seen the morale really since the Floyd riots has been probably the lowest we've seen in a long time. And so we saw an opportunity in Florida to say, you know, we want to reward people who are going into this profession. We want to value people that are going into this profession. So we I proposed in the legislature, enacted a program for recruitment bonuses for law enforcement personnel. So if you're coming from one of those states or one of those other cities where you're not being treated well and you come to take a job in any of our departments, municipal, county, or state, any of the agencies in law enforcement function, you qualify for a $5,000 bonus. And not just for people coming from out of state. If you have new people within Florida who have not been in law enforcement and they make the decision to go into law enforcement, they are also eligible for the bonuses that we were able to enact. And so, yeah, there's some places where law enforcement's targeted. We're doing the $5,000 bonus here, which is going at it in a much better direction. I think people appreciate it. So